Good evening and welcome to Prime Sports Live here on the Joy News channel with me, Owuraku Ampofo. From being deputy captain of the Black Stars, Thomas Partey has now become a part of the traditional leaders of the Krobo traditional area after being installed as the development chief of Krobo. Joy Sports George Adu Jr. was there this afternoon at the ceremony and put together this report.
Deputy Black Stars captain and Arsenal star Thomas Partey has been installed as development chief of the Krobo traditional area. Krobo Dumasi is a town and capital of Lower Manya Krobo Municipal District in the eastern region of Ghana and the birthplace of Thomas Partey. Partey's installing is an act to honor his football exploits, which have sold a good name for the community. He's also being honored for the Thomas Partey Foundation, established in 2021 with the purpose of supporting talented but underprivileged young footballers to make it to the world stage. The installing ceremony was done at the premises of the paramount chief of the Krobo traditional area, Nene Sakite II. To him, Partey should be a source of inspiration to children in the area. The title of Mahifalo was conferred on the midfielder to signify he is the defender of the Krobo land.
Well, we still stay in Ghana because former Kotoko CEO Herbert Mensah has saluted the club's playing body, technical team and then management team after they secured this year's Ghana Premier League title. The Porcupine Warriors are champions-elect of the domestic top-flight competition with 3 games to go after their draw with Ash Gold.
I think that I just need to thank the fabulous boys, Kumasi Asante Kotoko. They say, Ukuma Pimda. The significance of this victory for me is fantastic. Kotoko have won the league so many times, so what is the big deal? What is the news? I think we predicted it, at least some of us did, predicted it at the beginning of the season. We saw them winning the league. My interest has always been, how does Kotoko win on the field and how does Kotoko win off the field? I mean, that's the sign of true greatness. And I think off the field, we've seen what Owuraku Ampofo has been doing. The sponsorship deals, the financial restructuring of the way forward, which is helping to win off the field, that helps you to win on the field. I say congratulations to Owuraku, to his management team, to the technical boys, to the players themselves, and to all the supporters. Because without the supporters, there is no Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And I say congratulations. I feel honored. You know, since my days, I decided never to talk about Kumasi Asante Kotoko. It's important to give managements the time to come out with their vision, to make it better, to make it different. And you win, you lose, but you have to embrace the supporters. This year I've been a little bit more vocal because Nanaya reached out to me and we talk. He's his own man. Believe me, I'm not involved in that way. But any kind of advice that I can give, I have tried to do that. And I've reached out and I've said, support what it is that is happening. Last season, there were all kinds of conflicts. We understand that. We who have been in charge of Kotoko before understand the problems that happen between board and management, between personalities and individuals. But what is important is the team. The team from 1935 up to now and into the future is far greater than any one person. It's much more important than the chairman. It's much more important than the chief executive. Kotoko will outlive anybody. And that is the critical issue. From last season to this season, there's been a clear out, a movement of players, a movement of coaches, a movement of all sorts of things. In order to become great, you have to change. You have to move with the times. You have to prepare for the future. And this is just the first step. Now, Kotoko needs to consolidate. It has to look at Africa. It has to decide whether these great players who've achieved so much, and I say congratulations once again, and thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for this victory. I think that the winning the league this year has meant more to me than at most times. I'm old enough to have remembered the great, and I always mention Sims Mensah first because he built the team for Yao Bewa to have the glory in 1983. The great guys who I had time to look up to, Champong, who passed, Mokazal, who used to join me at the stadium. But what has excited me about this time has been the energy that has come into what they're trying to build. you have to be able to look into the future to be able to judge the present. And if you can do that, you can see the direction is right. And as an administrator, it's not necessarily about winning today. It's about whether in 2, 3, 4 years' time, the standard of Kumasi Asante Kotoko would have been established, strong enough, mighty enough to go back to be challenging the best in Africa. So Prosper, your boys, those who have contributed, I say congratulations. You can see that I'm quite excited because look at the shirt that I'm wearing. This shirt was a bit too big for me in the old days. I've kept many of the things that I had when I was involved in Kotoko, and this is one of them. I'm proud to wear this shirt, and I'm proud to be part of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Congratulations. And when the party starts, make sure that some of we, the old timers, you invite us. Well done.
All smiles for the Porcupine Warriors, but let's do some more and move away from football. Ghana's first Winter Olympian, Kwame Nkrumah Champon, has urged athletes to have a clear retirement plan. He was speaking during the opening of his restaurant. Well, we'll be going for a quick break, but when we come back, we do have an interesting interview for you because there's a Ghanaian who had a very incredible season in South Africa, and you can see some of his accolades right here on the table. We'll be talking to him right after this break, so you do want to stay right here. Welcome back from the break. You're still live here on Prime Sports on the Joy News channel, and I did promise you an interview before we went for the break. Let me just give you a slight background. Orlando Pirates paid Ken Pfizer about $150,000 to secure the services of Kwame Pepra. The South African Giants have got their money's worth as the 21-year-old striker was a standout performer in the 2021-2022 Premier Soccer League season. We have the privilege of having Kwame Pepra right here in the studio. Kwame, it's a good time to have you. Welcome back from South Africa. 7 goals in the PSL, your first season. How would you describe your season overall?
Okay. First of all, I'd like to give Almighty God the thanks for how far He has brought me, and also thank you for giving me this platform. I would say it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy being a foreigner, going to another man's country to work. And then the expectations for joining a big club like Orlando Pirates, it wasn't easy, but as time went on, I thank God for granting me these 7 goals in this season.
You speak of how big Orlando Pirates is. I'm sure people have an idea, but you've been in the club. We saw the announcement video, the fans playing in such a big stadium. Give us an idea of how huge the club is, especially in South Africa. It's one of the big. I would say when South Africa, there are 3 top teams that everyone or every player wants to join, and then it's Orlando Pirates, Kaizer Chiefs, and then Mamelodi Sundowns. But for me, being in Ghana, I thought I didn't even expect it to be that big than how I saw it when I entered into the club. So I would say it's a very big club, and then the demands and expectations are very, very high. We'll come to that aspect, but let's talk about your personal achievement this season. Scoring 7 goals made you equal a bit of a record set by Abdul Basit. He scored 7 goals in the PSL in the 2013-2014 season, which was the highest by a Ghanaian in his first season. You're able to equal that. Was that the target or was it any close, the 7 goals, to the target that you set for yourself before the season started?
No, before the season started, it was my aim to be the top goal scorer for my club, my current club, Orlando Pirates. So I was trying my best to work hard to try and achieve many cups for the club. So along the line, I didn't even target to break records or be in the same stage with the player you are talking about, but it was my aim to get a double figure in my first season, but it wasn't achieved. But the 7 goals in the league, I would say it's a massive improvement.
Okay, and I think you still got close to that target. I think you were the second top scorer for your club in the league last season. But let's move ahead and talk about some accolades that you were close to winning. You're nominated for PSL Young Player of the Year. You missed out on that. How did that make you feel?
Being nominated alone makes me a winner, because it's not easy. It's not that easy for a foreigner to be in another man's country playing football, and then for your first season you are being nominated in the best 3 young best players in the PSL. So I would say it's a big achievement, and this shows that I've really worked hard this season.
Well, you spoke of the pressure at Orlando Pirates being such a big club, the fans. Let's focus on the fans. When you joined at first, it wasn't too smooth sailing. The goals were not coming. And I was following some of the comments by fans on social media. They were not too happy with your performances. How were you able to go past that and find your form and start scoring again?
Being a striker, and then considering my previous performance at my former club, Kinfaisa, and then joining such a big club like Orlando Pirates, the expectations were very high. But when I started and then things were not going on well for me, I took it upon myself to psych myself, and then gradually, when the goals started coming, I got all the attention from the support, and then everything was okay for me.
I want us to now talk about this medal, just for the benefit of our viewers. This is the runner-up medal for the CAF Confederation Cup. They narrowly lost on penalties to RS Berkane from Morocco. Kwame Papa, I want you to tell me about it. When you came so close, a penalty shootout, how did you feel?
The whole team felt very disappointed, because we went all in and all out for the trophy, not for a first runner-up. So we were very, very disappointed. And then for me as an individual, I wanted to win this cup, and then to also be in the records book of Orlando Pirates as a legend, winning something for the club. So it was very, very disappointing not being able to get that cup.
Yeah. But let's talk about some of your ambitions now. The Black Stars are currently camping. They've moved to Angola to face Central Africa after beating Madagascar. Was that part of your season aspiration when you moved from Ghana to South Africa, that you would hope that you would be included in the national team one day?
Oh yeah. Every Ghanaian player's dream is to be able to join the national team, and then to work, and then able to support his country. And then considering my former performance at the Kinfaisa Football Club, and then also this season at Orlando Pirates, I think I've done enough to be handed a call-up, because as the type of striker I am, I can play on the left wing and then the right wing, and also at the centre forward. And also my area duels are very, very good that I can see. So I think deserving a call-up is not a bad idea. But for the for the current players in the national camp, they all also deserve the call-up. And then I think I wish them all the best of luck in the coming games. Yeah.
Speaking of goals, let's come back to Ghana. I'm sure you've been keeping an eye out on the Ghana Premier League. Mbella and then Yawano, both on 20 goals for the Goal King race. Have you been following that, and who do you tip to finish with the Golden Boot?
Because of my former club, ever since I traveled, I've been following the Ghana Premier League a lot. And then considering Mbella, that Cameroonian has done a very good job from when the season started. But Yawano is also on hits now, and then he's on a big form. But for me, to my opinion, I think Mbella has led the goal scoring chart for a long time throughout this season, so it will be very good for him to win it. Yeah, it will be very good for him to win it too, in my opinion.
Well, you spoke of following the Ghana Premier League closely. I'm sure you've also been keeping tabs on your former club, Ken Faisal, this season. They are 13th, but they are still not safe yet. They're involved in a relegation battle. How do you see things ending up in the season for them?
Oh, I know Ken Faisal, and then this situation happened to me when I was there. So I know how my playmates, because some of the players I play with are still there, and then I know how they started the first round, and then they were in a good position in the first round. So I think when they psych themselves and then talk to themselves, I know they are going to escape relegation. They will, surely they will escape relegation.
Let's now head back to Orlando Pirates and speak about your future. We understand that there's been some offers for you, one specifically from an unnamed Greek club offering around $650,000. Is that something that you know of, and where does your future lie at this moment?
At the moment, I am a player for Orlando Pirates, and then I'm also concentrated on the field of play. So when it comes to offers and then those stuffs, I think my management will handle that. And then even if there is a good offer, my management will sit down with the club and then also consult my current club, which is Orlando Pirates. And then if the two parties get along together with the offer, and then they think there is going to be a move, why not? But at the moment, I'm a player for Orlando Pirates.
And I just want to focus on your teammate, and specifically Richard Ofori. He's also from Ghana.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I'm yet to see a picture of the two of you together. I mean, I was telling my producer, Asari Video, I've never seen the two of you in a picture before. How was your relationship with Richard Ofori back in South Africa?
Richard Ofori has been a day one brother to me ever since I joined Orlando Pirates, because he has been there for me when any time I needed his help. He has been there for me, and then he has also been advising me on how and when to do things to avoid problem in South Africa. So I'll even use this opportunity to thank Richard Ofori for being there for me as a brother. Senior, God bless you.
We'll make sure we get that pass for Richard. But just to wrap up, looking ahead, Kwame Peprah, in the next 5-6 years, where do you see yourself?
Okay, in the next 5 years or 6 years, I see myself winning, and then I want to be winning the African Cup or AFCON for Ghana, and then also being with Ghana in the World Cup, and then also playing in the top flight leagues around the world, and also winning trophies and then medals for my club, any club that I will be playing. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Kwame Peprah.
Okay. Thank you too.
And today I'll be signing out as a runner-up for the CAF Champions League. You know, I had dreams of playing football too.
Oh,
so
okay.
This feels good. I've also won something. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Kwame Peprah.
Thank you.
And that's the note on which we'll be wrapping up today on the Prime Sports. My evening has been made because I'm wearing something very prestigious. I'll see you next week, same time, as we bring you the latest in the world of sports. Have a good night.